Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Ramirez, and I'm adjunct faculty with St. Philip's College. And today I'm going to explain the digital badge module for DEMR 1401 Safety Policies and Procedures course. So let me take you to my course. This is what my course looks like. And in my Safety Policies and Procedures course, students have the opportunity to earn a digital badge. So I'm going to go to the digital badge module. I scroll down to the module. And I see here the digital badge overview and then the frequently asked questions. Now, the frequently asked questions shows what a digital badge is, and it also has a video in there that students can watch to learn about what digital badges are, and I'm going to be explaining those today. So what is a digital badge? A digital badge is something that a student gets to earn in my classroom. Now, collaboration is a digital badge, and in the 21st century, it includes the capacity to work productively with different individuals and groups towards a common goal. And effective collaboration strengthens relationships by incorporating diverse perspectives, using active listening skills, and focusing on solutions rather than problems. Now, students don't have to do the assignments to earn the badge if they don't want to. It's strictly voluntary, but if they do complete the assignments, they have to complete with the 80% or higher. So I'm going to go to the Digital Badge Specialist module. Is about the collaboration badge. So this is what the badge looks like, the digital badge of collaboration. And they have four proving grounds. Those four proving grounds, the first one is strengthen relationships, where they create networks through which they access and provide resources, information, and support. And then the second proving ground is listen actively. They form productive working relationships and they ensure that others feel heard and valued. And they also grasp and retain information. The third one is focusing on solutions, where they create the forward momentum that advances the work of the organization. They incorporate diverse perspectives, enlarge the conversation, they challenge their own thinking, and they also maximize group effectiveness. So, in the first proving ground, incorporate diverse perspectives. Students view the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory Fire uh, video, and they respond to the question prompts that they have to download. And you can participate in a discussion forum with your peers, responding responding to the question prompts in the discussion. Those are provided for the students. So here are the Proving Ground 1, where they have to download the document. They're responding to those questions. And then they submit their completed Triangle Shirtwaist Factory Fire questions. They in the submission below, and they also participate in the discussion forum. There's also a rubric for this module that they can glance at to make sure that they're following all of the highlights, what they need to meet for this, so they'll know what type of grade that they can expect to receive. And they have to have a satisfactory discussion have to score at least 80% in order to meet the requirement for the collaboration badge on for Proving Ground 1. So they're going to be working in groups, right? Diverse perspectives, where they enlarge the conversation, they challenge each other's thinking, and they maximize group effectiveness. And they need to consider the safety violations that were ignored during this period, as union workers were striking for better working conditions. So share your thoughts about the responses to the questions to create discussions about the fire, to enlarge the conversation, challenge each other's thinking in order to maximize the group's effectiveness. And the students are assigned roles. The students assign roles to themselves. You can have a note taker, a summarizer. You can have a leader, uh, someone that's going to keep them on track for the time. And they're going to be discussing the safety violations in their roles. And they're going to share their thoughts with the responses on the assignment. And each student has to feel safe uh, to give their opinions to each other. So they participate in the discussion and they have to score 80%. And you can see some of my students here have already participated in the discussion. In Proving Ground 2, you focus on solutions individuals create, the forward momentum that advances the work of the organization. You have to achieve 80% or higher on the assignment to successfully complete it. And the assignment is to write a 1 to 2 page essay. It's an APA style essay. This is focused on solutions. It's a second sub-competency skill. You create that forward momentum that advances the work of the organization. So earlier they viewed the video. So now they're writing an essay on their view and experience of the video. Okay. And I want them to follow APA style. And I want them to be thinking about the safety hazards. And they use the submission questions to help them prompt their memory so they can gather the information and the safety violations that were ignored at the factory. And they can also reach out to the instructor, myself, if they're not familiar with APA, and think about creating that forward momentum. What could be done to improve the safety of workers of that period, 1911, during a fire? You present your paper to your classmates once you've got it complete, and follow the rubric below. We have a rubric below that outlines uh, their criteria for their work assignment. Ideas and content, you get 5 points. Organization, APA, you get 5 points. And then the accuracy in the presentation, their eye contact, punctuation, documentation, gestures, even their tone of voice is scored when they present. In Proving Ground 3, trying to pull it up here, I'm sorry. Proving Ground 3, listen actively. There we go. Okay, this is a third sub-competency you need to complete with a minimum score of 80% to be awarded the digital badge. Listen actively. You form productive working relationship. You make sure that others in your group feel heard and valued and that they're able to grasp and retain the information that we're sharing. So the groups get to research an organization that interests them for employment opportunities. So previously they researched job postings to become familiar with the jobs that they may be available to aspiring technicians, apprentices, or the career field of their choice. They're not limited just to these jobs that are posted here. You research Whole Cat, John Deere, and City Public Service Energy, or any organization of your choice that you would like to work for. Students generally have their ideas for who they want to work for. So they're not limited just to these companies that I have listed. You're going to be assigned to a collaboration group. And during class period, where they're going to be assigned role play assignments, they're going to be determined by their group. And then when you're working in that group, they share their dream job with the group, who they would like to work for. A lot of students want to work for Whole Cat, others John Deere, and City Public Service is a good company to work for. And there's a lot of opportunities for students in the diesel technology field. So each student has to come up with 8 to 10 interview questions. Uh, you also have to come up with several interviewee questions that an applicant would ask of a prospective employer. It could be the work hours, it could be benefits, it could be pay, whatever might interest them in terms of being an employee there. And as their group is in collaboration, the group is focusing on listening actively. They're forming productive working relationships. Uh, they have to ensure that the other members of the group feel heard and that their valued, their ideas are taken into consideration and grasping and retaining the information. We're working as a team, and employers want to see this type of teamwork. So this is an example of the role play that I need to see your group perform. One student who would like to work for Holt Caterpillar, for example, he is the interviewee, and you set up a pair of interviewers with job titles of Holt Cat, maybe a supervisor, a manager, a CEO, and you each rotate interviewing each other for your dream job, your position, the company that you'd like to work for. So they introduce themselves to the applicant, shake hands, and they work towards making the interviewee feel comfortable. But you start with easy to answer questions. It could be sample questions like, do you have transportation? Do you own your own tools? Or are you ASE certified? Uh, just any type of easy to answer questions that the employees, prospective employees, may identify with. So I'm going to go to the fourth proving ground now. And in the fourth proving ground, strengthen relationships. So in this proving ground, they have a think, pair, and share. It's actually a think, pair, and square. So they demonstrate collaboration. They're working towards completing their fourth and final digital badge requirement subskill, strengthening relationships. Once again, they're working in groups, and the individuals create these networks through which they will access and provide resources, information, and support to their group. The assignment is accomplished in collaboration with your peers as a group project. Accomplishing the assignment will benefit you towards earning one of the 4 required digital badge collaboration assignments for this course. So download the Think, Pair, and Share document below, where you're going to be provided the Think, Pair, and Share handout in class. I do a face-to-face class, so I can give them handouts. So they're going to be required to complete this handout and submit it, which includes a job order. It's a work order on a heavy-duty commercial Class 8 vehicle. So I'm going to provide students time during the class where they can meet to collaborate on their role play scenario. I generally give them an hour and a half during class to collaborate and prepare their role play. So they need to be prepared to share the group findings, the handout, the recommendations, and ideas on the role play scenario of a heavy duty truck repair. So basically, they're identifying maybe they're going to do a transmission or a clutch or an engine or brakes. Maybe they're doing a preventive maintenance inspection. Whatever type of role play scenario that the students come up with on a heavy duty tractor, for example. And these students are strengthening relationships. Individuals create networks through which they access and provide the resources, information, and support. So the group's going to decide on the scenario that they will present, and they're going to role play as a group to the class on a heavy duty truck repair. One student of the customer is the customer of the rig, the owner, and one student is the mechanic, the technician, and another student can be the service advisor. And then we make the role play interesting and fun. And they have to complete and submit all the documents, which include the work order with the required customer information, has to have all that data, the vehicle information, the vehicle problem, and the required repairs to repair the problem. And the students need to remember to use the 3 C's, the customer concern, the cause, and the correction. So the vehicle comes in for a no start condition, customer states, vehicle will not start. Concern may be dead battery, and the correction may be repair the charging system. So Students need to remember to enter the call